like we're like doing this video right here.
And then
like,
he's like,
I like Kings of War.
First, I'm gonna call on this guy.
No questions, please. No questions. All right.
Hey.
Hey.
Gaming here.
For gaming.
Hey guys. What do you all say? Isn't that what you say?
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Look who's back.
Juicy.
Actually, it hasn't been too long since the last time you were here. You're starting to become like a consistent.
No.
No.
Let's go.
Yakisoba. I think that's part of it too. Yeah.
This 30-minute video is going to take like 2 hours to film. All right, hey.
All right, hey guys.
Hey, we're back.
Hey guys.
And so is Juicy. He's back as well. Unfortunately, Juicy is about 2 weeks behind everybody, so he thought we were doing a hammer video.
2 weeks, dude.
Top 5 hammer unit video,
Yeah.
and
I've been busy.
Unfortunately, we're not doing that
He
video.
doesn't even own a Kings of War book, so.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I do. I just don't know where it is.
He lost it.
I didn't lose it.
So,
It's just,
You know, there's a new update coming, right?
yeah, there's a new Clash of Kings 2022. The ogres are going to get a nice big buff supposedly. So,
fantastic.
yeah, you're gonna maybe play them.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, there we go. So what we're doing today, guys, is a top 5 Anvil video. So
No. Oh shit. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to be like, nobody is prepared. Nobody is
I'm
freaking prepared. Yes, Tom is always prepared. In fact, I think you texted me like right after our top 5 hammer, and you're like, dude, this is fun, man.
Yeah,
I like
we gotta
this.
do
This
this.
is cool.
And I was like spending all sorts of time. Like I researched this and broke it down like a spreadsheet.
So, you know, fucking Rain Man over here doing all kinds of stuff. I did not do it that in depth, but still. We're gonna do a top 5 Anvil unit video. So what does an Anvil unit mean? Well, I'm sure we all have different definitions, but ultimately it is a unit that is going to take a punch and keep on going, right?
Yeah, that's what I went with.
You know, I kind of went with the whole theory of, with an Anvil unit, obviously, it needs to at least survive 1 round of combat where damage is being done onto it. I personally like Anvil units that pretty much, like, you have to force...
forever. That's what I went for.
Right? I like it to where you pretty much dictate what your opponent is going to attack based on your Anvil unit. Like, you want them to hit your Anvil unit, so you put that on the board and they have to hit it. They cannot avoid it. That's kind of what I was going with. It's kind of where my list was going. And Juicy is going to be here to
narrate.
Moderate. I don't know. Moderate, maybe. I don't know.
Thumbs up. Maybe I'll do some.
So,
I don't know.
Chris
I don't
Wallace
feel
over here.
super
Chris Wallace. We're going to call you Don Lemon. How's that?
Don Lemon.
Don
Dude,
Lemon.
actually, I had somebody call me that like 2 days ago.
You gotta go off on a little rant.
Seriously?
Mine would be a Fran Drescher.
Why? My
I
Fran.
fucking hate her voice.
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
pretty
Yeah, but
bad.
she's getting older though. Does it still make the same sound?
The living fuck out of me for fucking 10 years.
You've been watching her TV shows for 10 years?
Yes.
The nanny?
You know, you can always turn it off, you know. You can change the channel.
It still haunts me.
You're still watching The Nanny from like the mid-90s. Anybody out there likes The Nanny, sorry, we're not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm sure it's a great show.
It's not.
Anyway, keep in mind, guys, these lists are purely opinion.
Yeah.
So this is what we think are the top 5 Anvil units in the game right now. This might change also as of the Clash of Kings 2022, which will be out here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So everything will change. This list and this video was shot before Clash of Kings 2022.
We won't get it because of the shipping deal till like...
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be way behind in that. So anyway, we're gonna be this is, like we said, this is done before Clash of Kings 2022. We're not even gonna try and sift through all of that stuff. But anyway, let's get started with the top 5. Just keep in mind, guys, please, easy on the comments as far as, oh my god, that sucks and this is bad.
No, hell no. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. I like comments. Our last video got like 3 comments. I was super bummed. So I want to see more comments. More comments, more subscribers, more likes.
Argue with Tom. He loves it.
Yes, he loves it.
I love you guys.
Me, I take it personal, but he loves it.
I do. I love it.
But keep in mind, guys, this is also dependent on our meta that we have here in Colorado. It's also dependent on what we've played, the experiences that we've had.
Yeah.
We may have never seen some of the units that you guys might, I think keep in mind that this is just opinion. This is meant to have fun. It's meant to engage people in discussion, not to necessarily have people be like, that sucks, this is better. Great, good for you.
That's our opinion.
Yeah, it's our opinion, and we're not going to agree probably either. So with that, what is your top 5? Number 5.
Number 5
I think I
is...
should do like, you do one, you do one, you do, you know what I mean?
Isn't that what we do?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what we do. Did you watch the last video?
Watch it. That is a pretty good way to do it, though.
Number 1, one of my favorite models in the game.
Number 5.
Number 5. Sorry, 5 is Golix Fury. Love Golix Fury.
Shocker! Oh my God!
I was just
a dwarf unit. Oh my God!
Fury. It's Iron Resolve, Defense 6. Very inspiring. We also got Headstrong, 1719. The only reason it's so low on the list is it's 310 points.
310 point. What's its nerf? Do you remember?
1719.
Okay, so it can be wavered,
But
which
it's
doesn't
headstrong.
matter. It's an anvil.
But it's Headstrong, so...
Yeah, you on 3 up. Is it
But I
3 up
was
or 4 up?
3 up.
3 up.
But I was like, man, that's... But it's Defense 6, Iron Resolve, so it gets that. It's Headstrong, 1719.
And it has a shooting attack too, right?
Yeah, but we're not going about that. It's a defense.
Right. No, I understand.
We're not talking about its attack.
But here's the thing, though: the fact that it can attack.
You have to attack it.
Exactly.
attacks.
You have to attack it, though.
Yeah.
Like it's not like an anvil. Like there are some anvil units that you can kind of avoid. You can be like, I don't need to worry about that. You cannot do that to Golix
No,
Fury.
Yeah.
because he's got the stupid, and it'll kill you.
Yeah, it will. It'll kill you, especially if you let it get. I don't know how, but if you let it get into your flank.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Done. You're done.
Well, the breath attack, that'll kill you too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Much any unit will kill in like 2 rounds.
You've torched a lot of things with Golix Fury of mine.
So no, it's a good unit.
I think that's pretty good. And actually, sticking with the dwarf theme, my number 5 is Bulwarkers.
Garbage. No, I'm just kidding. It really do something.
So just so you guys know, this list was pretty hard for us to make. I have a lot of honorable mentions.
I could do a bunch.
Yeah, I mean, it was really hard to get this down to top
narrow
5.
down to top 5.
Yeah. This one, it was difficult between this and the Ceremonial Guard from the Salamanders.
Oh, that's a good one.
But when you have Defense 5, when you have a unit that has Phalanx and Headstrong,
Yeah.
21-23 Nerve, which I think is pretty damn good. But the best part about this, and the part that I think is complete bullshit, 225 points
See, I
for a
like the
horde.
points too. See, I was like, really focused on the point limit.
Because
So that
what
was
good is an
kinda
anvil if it's 600 points,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because people can't avoid that, and that's
definitely
a
did
quarter of your
that.
army.
They
So-
were definitely on my top 12. So.
Oh yeah, Bulwarkers. I mean, that is an anvil unit that you have to respect. And even though we're not necessarily focusing on attacks, but you can't leave that unit alone. It has 30 attacks.
Yeah.
So you cannot just throw something
Throw a little
stupid
Bane
into
Chant
it.
or something behind it. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
a good unit.
Even though we're
It
not
definitely was
going over that, but yes, if you
close.
throw Bane
Yeah.
Chant,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
rough. That's hard, and that's to me. I don't know many units that can take Bulwarkers off in one turn.
Yeah, good
unless
against
you
Cav,
multi
good
and
against
still.
Flyers.
They're pretty good, and with Phalanx, they have Phalanx.
Oh, yeah.
So that definitely stops
Defense
it right
5
there.
too. They were right up there on my
Yep.
list.
Yep. So what is your number 4?
I got Revenants.
Oh,
The old
really?
Revenants.
All
Yeah.
right.
So I
All
like
right,
Revenants.
Revenants.
They are cheap. So for a giant horde, it's 205 points. That's all about the 205 points. Dash 24.
Fearless. Yep.
Fearless 24. Defense 5. Life Leech 2. Pretty good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Or you put a little heal behind it or something, they'll stick there for 2-3 turns.
Yep, and so their base life leech 1 with 205. With you do the undead rats and
Undead
dogs,
Rats
which
and
for
Dogs,
like what
which
10
is a
points
basic,
or 5
yeah,
points, or whatever.
5 points.
You're going to do it, and
Yeah.
then even though we're not talking about adding war gear, but if you do add Han's Sanguinary Scripture, then they become life leech 3, which they hit on 4s. They have 25 attacks. They're going to get their life leech 3
Yeah,
back.
they're just a sting. They will sit there for turns and turns.
Yeah, and it's
And for 205 points for a horde, I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
and you can't waver them, so they're going to always be in play until you take them off the board.
Yeah.
They're going to always be a threat. What do you think? You like it?
Bobblehead.
You like it?
Over here.
Yeah, he likes
He's
it.
bobblehead.
I've used them.
He likes it. So my number 4, this is actually the only unit on my list that has defense 6,
Oh, wow.
which is super weird.
The only unit.
The only unit on my list that has defense 6, and this is the Earth Elementals.
Oh, see, that's a bad choice. That is actually a really bad choice there.
Why is it bad? Why is it bad?
Let me explain to you, because I looked at the Earth Elementals. I would say the Obsidian Golems are a better choice.
Okay, fair enough.
They're dash and not, what are they? 15,
oh wait, actually,
17?
I'm sorry. I did. So actually, no, it was Obsidian Golems,
Okay.
not. Sorry, because they are Fearless 18, right?
Fearless 17.
Oh, so actually maybe I did go with the Earth Elementals because they're Fearless
Earth
18.
Elementals are not fearless.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're Fearless 18.
No, they're not.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Do you have a book?
I do.
Rules check.
Rules check. Oh, they are 18. Still not as good as the other ones. Obsidian Golems are better.
And I was right. They are Fearless, and they're Fearless 18.
Yeah.
And going off of that, so Defense 6, Fearless 18, 220 points,
Yeah.
which I think is a good point cost.
215 for Obsidian Golems.
But
Obsidian Golems are crushed too. No.
that is true. They are Crush 2. However, Earth Elementals are brutal, and they're Crush 1. And what else? Pathfinder. Pathfinder's huge, and they're shambling, so you can always do some little surge shenanigans.
Yeah.
Again, in my opinion at least, I think an Anvil has to provide some type of offensive threat in order to be an effective Anvil.
That's why you want Crush 2 from Obsidian Golems.
Yep. Honorable mentions on this one. Shock Troops was an honorable
Shock Troops
mention.
almost made my list, but they're
Yep.
Defense 4.
Yep.
Which threw me
Yep,
off.
Defense 4
and
is
it's
rough.
only ensnare one turn.
Yep,
which
exactly.
threw me off
So once
my
you pop
list.
your Plague Pots, you only get it one turn. And then another honorable mention was the Tree Herder, who is Defense 6.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Fearless too, but Defense 6. So he was an honorable mention. What's that?
What about the Wilt Father? Isn't he better?
No, because so when it comes to survivability, I think the Tree Herder is better because you have Radiance of Life. The Wilt Father has Cloak of Death. So potato. It just kind of depends what your flavor is, but for pure Anvil, I think Tree Herder would probably be better than that. Well, apparently Juicy doesn't want to be in the video the whole time, so.
I don't want to just stand there the whole time.
Yeah, he's not really having anything to talk about.
Yeah, right. You can always.
Just like awkwardly stare at the wall like this.
So, what is your number 3?
Number 3 is Rev Cav. Of course, Rev Cav.
I like Rev Cav.
So Rev Cav, I think their sweet spot is the regiment. Right in the middle. Yeah. Regiment, they're dash 17, 165 points, which is super cheap. They're speed 8.
I think, didn't they get boosted on their points though?
I have no idea.
I think they got a little bit of a boost on the points. So the points are a little bit higher. They're still, I think it's like 10 points.
Okay.
So they're still very viable, and they're fearless, and they have with
Speed 8. I was like, Speed 8. It's
and
a
they're shambling.
mobile tar pit.
They're shambling. So if a flyer gets behind you, you rotate that around,
I thought they were
surge into the
nasty.
flyer.
I was like, that's crazy.
That's a mobile
Defense
Anvil
5,
almost.
life leech.
Yeah, Thunderous 2. Hits on force. Again, we're not necessarily talking
Yeah, I
about
wasn't
that,
gonna
but
go to that.
we have to talk about that offensive capability because if not,
I was like,
the hell's the
Speed
point?
8 tar pit is nasty.
Oh yeah, and then you're talking on the Horde. What I think it's
What, dash 24?
Dash 24.
Dash 24.
Dash
Little
24,
pricey
same
on
as the
the
revs. Yeah, they're like what 345 or.
I have it at 280, but that's what the book says. So I didn't go
My
into
bad.
the
I guess we're way off on that
FAQ.
one. Yeah, they're more points now, but I don't.
But
think
at
they're quite that
280,
much.
I think it was like a 15 point maybe.
Well, this one is going to get Jimmy up on his feet again because my number
Siege
3
breakers.
is the Spear Phalanx.
Oh,
I know, Defense 4, I know, but the fact that
I
you,
disagree.
I disagree too.
the fact that for
Used them, and you've taken them off the board twice now in one turn. With multi-charging with cap too.
A little pricey.
So
I got lucky on that, and you didn't have Inspiring though.
What'd you pull out of? But they got the Indomitable Will.
I don't think you gave me
Yeah.
Indomitable Will though.
It's only like 5 points, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's what gives me this on my top 3 is that I have also not taken them off the board many of times, and they've lasted at least a turn with Ensnare and Phalanx.
They were in my list. So
with
they were.
with Ensnare
Top
and
12.
Phalanx for 240 points because you got to pay to give them those upgrades. But for 240 for a Horde, yes, you only have Defense 4, but you have Ensnare and Phalanx on a Horde unit that has 2022, and then you give them Indomitable Will. So you can sit them out on an island by themselves, and they are going to stay there for at least a turn.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
They're pretty
Again,
solid.
I think
Definitely.
they're super solid.
Yeah.
I do run them too.
I know you run
Because
them.
they are. But yeah, I just think they're a little bit squishy.
Well, I mean, that's why they're top 3 and not top 1.
You put those
Not
guys in
one,
the
but-
forest or something, you're looking -2.
Yeah, you're done. I mean, you're done.
You're gonna be there all game.
Yeah, I mean they're going to be a sticky tar pit, and then you.
The old blight style.
Yep, exactly. The old blight. Thank God the blight are gone.
Attacks too.
They're coming
So you
back.
enchant them, and
You can't leave them alone, and that's the other thing about the spear phalanx is you cannot avoid them because they have 30 attacks, and if you let them hit you in the flank or whatever,
a couple units.
that's nasty.
Loot BSB guy behind it. Oh yeah.
And 240 points for phalanx and ensnare.
Yeah.
240 for a horde. That to me, that's pretty good. What do you got? For this, what, number 2?
Number 2.
Number 2, what do you got?
So I got Ancients from the Salamanders list. And I like it because they are 185. And they're Defense 6-17 and they inspire themselves. They inspire everything. I mean, they're inspiring. So,
Damn.
That's pretty nasty. I was like,
Pretty good.
dash 17, Defense 6? Come on. Come on. Number 2.
I have an issue with Dash 17. I just, because I've had...
Defense 6, though.
I know,
Most
but I've
people
had
are
my
like,
stuff die at Dash 7. Dash 17 is that weird point, or weird nerve.
They're
where
only
it just-
185 points. They're
Yeah,
not
that's
like
true.
the...
that 185 points. That's
what swung me. I went on points on this one.
What's their speed? 5?
Oh, 5 probably.
So they're sitting back while the rest of your army's zooming around with Talon Riders and everything and all that crap,
Talon Riders.
right?
So
Right?
Warhammer came back, and then we were playing Talon Riders.
What the hell are they called?
Like, wait, what?
The old Temple Guard and the Slan will be.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. No, what the hell are those things? The
Scorch Wings or something
Thank
like
you,
that.
Scorch Wings.
No,
Thank you.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't play Salamanders. I don't play Forces of Nature.
badass.
So I
Salamanders
hardly
are
ever see
pretty-
them.
Pretty solid.
Oh, they're totally solid. They're totally solid.
What's that cav they got? They're nasty.
I have no
Yeah, the
idea.
ancients.
Rhinosaur.
Rhinosaur.
Rhinosaurs.
Yeah, the ancients.
Pretty
and
good.
Rhinosaur.
30
Those
attacks.
things are fucking nasty.
Yeah,
So my number 2 is the Draugr from the Varangur.
that is garbage unit.
It is a garbage unit, but it's Fearless 27 Nerve. Has
like a
Iron
zombie.
Resolve. They're zombies. They have Iron Resolve. They have Wild Charge D3, which obviously that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But they are Fearless 27, and they are 180.
Defense 3, right?
They are Defense 3. Yes,
Which
they
is
are.
terrible.
But that is going to stop a unit for at least a turn. I don't give a shit how amazing you are. I don't care how elite you are. Unless you hit them with at least 2 units, you're probably not going to take them off in one round of combat.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
Your
that-
number 1 zombies.
What's that?
Is your number 1 zombies?
No. Okay. My number 1 is not zombie. But for again, 180 points. You have a legion on the board because that's what the for a horde it's actually 125. So that's really good points.
That's 125 points for a horde. Mm-hmm. Well, I must have missed that one. That's pretty good.
125 points for a
For
horde.
dash 24. I was like,
And
missed
that's
that
the
one.
thing. Yeah, for they're fearless. I think it might actually be fearless 21. But still.
I mean, that makes a big difference. If you're gonna
Fearless
do those
27.
shit, you gotta like have it dialed in here.
Fearless 27 though for the Legion is what I'm saying. The Legion for 180 points is right. I mean, you
That's pretty good.
I don't know what you're going to do against that. And it has Iron Resolve, so you are going to get a point back because it's fearless.
You're gonna do a wound. You would
Yeah.
think after 30 attacks or 45 attacks.
Yeah, it's got a crap ton of attacks.
Yeah.
And these are not shambling, so they are a little bit faster. You don't get the crazy surge
And you can like
shenanigans.
use them
but
for stuff like, right? Can't you
Yes.
like draw from them? And
Bloodbound.
Like,
Bloodbound.
yeah.
So what's cool about them too is that they help strengthen other units with Bloodbound. Pretty much what you do is it's like D3 or D2 wounds. If you're
It's like
within 6 inches of that unit, you pretty much...
it's like a drain life.
Yeah, kind of, sort of, yeah. It's like Drain Life. So I think that is...
But you can use it against your own units.
What's
That's
that?
pretty fucking badass, actually.
Oh, yeah. No, I like the Draugr. Number 1.
Number 1, I have Dogs of War. Dogs of War are the best unit. What do you have? Dogs of War?
What? Dogs of War?
Dogs of War.
Dogs of War! Seriously? Is that what you have to?
No, that is
Really?
not what I have.
They have Ensnare. They have Phalanx. They're Defense 5. They have Indomitable Will. They are 20, 22. If you put a heal behind that, they will stay the entire game. Entire game. You have Dogs of War.
No, I don't.
Really?
I do not. They didn't even crack the top 10 on my list.
Seriously? How do you have Ensnare?
How many points are they?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever.
Defense 5. There is no other unit in the game.
Your number 1 selection has 20-22 nerve.
Okay.
Have you ever seen how much damage you do to a defense 6 unit with
They're
Ensnare and Phalanx?
Phalanx.
Oh my
Ensnare
god.
and Phalanx Defense 5. No other unit in the game has the Ensnare Phalanx.
Yeah, the Spear Phalanx has it.
No, it's Defense 4. not defense.
Oh, you said defense 5. Okay. No, actually, Ector from the Trident
a
Realms is
hero.
defense 6, and he has phalanx and
And he's
ensnare.
a badass too.
And he's inspiring, but he's not my top one.
Yeah,
But
that is
Dogs of War.
Dogs of War.
Well,
That
my
you know
number
hold
one.
that. You put a heal behind that, 5 turns for sure. That you know hold out.
My number one was on your list too.
Very
Nope. My number one is Revenants.
Revenants.
Revenants are my number one because
I think Dogs of War.
those guys never. Yeah, right. I
Aren't
think
they like
Revenants
Revenants 2 or something?
Who? Dogs of War?
Dogs of War.
I don't think so. I'm probably wrong. They probably are.
And they hit on 3s, I think. They're
I don't- I
badass.
don't-
And they have 30 attacks.
But they're an Anvil unit.
That's what I'm saying. They're in snare and phalanx.
Is that me or you?
Me.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Snare
no,
and
Revenants.
Defense
I think Revenants are better as an Anvil unit.
No.
I think they're way better. You have Fearless. You're not going to get wavered.
But they're Indomitable Will, so they're not going to get wavered anyway. And they're defense
Indomitable Will.
5.
No. Indomitable Will only works with
It's one
routing,
turn.
and it only
Yeah,
works with
one turn.
routing values, not waver.
No,
Indomitable
it works
Will-
with waver.
It works with the waiver.
Oh, it does?
So
Yeah.
you can
Oh, okay.
you can pop it the turn that they're.
Yeah, they're
when
wavered.
It's your turn when they're.
There you go.
wavered,
That's
and
right.
It's rid of it.
That's right. But one turn.
Oh, nasty.
One turn. Revs are fearless all the time, and they have life leech, so they're going to
Put a
get
little
wounds
battle
back.
shrine next to the Dogs of War. Dash 24.
We're going to start adding
Dash
stuff to this.
24.
We're going to start adding
supporting units.
We're going to start adding supporting
Anvil
units.
with supporting units.
Yeah, exactly.
next
That
list right
changes
there.
everything.
Let's just say ensnare, phalanx, or what do you guys have? Oh, they have nothing.
They don't need
No,
it.
they don't have anything.
They don't need it because they show up and we're like, dude, we're revs and we're 200 and what, 10 points.
Whatever.
How much are Dogs of War?
Oh, they're a lot, but they're nasty.
How much are dog? What was the one thing that you and me both agreed on?
Was
is
points.
points.
I just couldn't go away from these guys. They will hold it down. forever.
210 points.
Nothing has ensnare and is defense 5 in the entire game, other than that unit right there.
Defense 5 with fearless
I
and
don't
210 points.
It's a
I can still
snare.
take all the other
It's
cool
snare.
shit. I can still take all the other cool shit in the freaking Undead Codex.
You
Yeah,
can't.
or
Oh, is there a
Codex
snare?
or Army
Is
list.
there a snare item? Oh, I
In
think there
Undead,
is.
Undead don't need ensnare.
They do if they're going to compete with that unit.
What's the movement on the Dogs of War?
Oh,
Are they
fine,
like
probably they're humans.
they're humans against like crazy ass undead skeletons? They hit on 4s. They have life
What's
reach
their
3.
move? 4.
No, they're 5. They're speed 5. But they are shambling. But they're shambling. So if somebody gets behind me, boom, turn, surge.
Yeah.
Can your Anvil do that?
Oh yeah. Way better. Ensnare phalanx. Ensnare phalanx defense 5.
I like Ensnare Phalanx. I just like
Defense
the point
5.
cost of
Nothing in the entire
Revenants.
game has that. Can say that. They're all pointy.
I think there's something else out there. I don't
There's
know what
nothing
it is.
out there.
Well, Ector is defense 6. So there is something. But he's
I'll
not on either one of
I'll
our
take
lists.
my 30 attacks over his, what, 5?
6.
6 attacks.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. You do have more attacks.
I win.
But no, I think Revenants are still better. Hey guys, let us know what you guys think. Do you guys agree? Or do you guys have another one that's your top favorite Anvil list in the game? And for the love of God, if I hear Reapers on another list,
Just I want to hear everybody say Dogs of War. Everybody in this battle, everybody who reads this or listens to this video, put Dogs of War in the comments. As many as you can. Dogs of War. I want to see Dogs of War in every
Revenants.
single comment.
Revenants. Revenants was even on your list too.
It was like 4 or something. Yeah,
It was still in the
4.
top 5. Still in the top 5.
Not number 1.
That was the only one that made both of our lists. Just saying.
I'm surprised RevCap didn't make it.
I love RevCav,
good.
but the problem with RevCav is their
He
height.
doesn't play him right. That's his problem.
Well, their height. The problem with RevCav is their height.
I don't want to say Tom's right, but I think he's right.
Juicy
You
from
don't
the
play
peanut
anything
gallery.
right.
Peanut gallery. Play for the peanut gallery.
I'm also not going to argue with that either.
Yeah, exactly. You don't play anything right, so there we go. Anyway, Revenant's still better. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys
Dogs
agree
of
with
War.
Tom,
I want to see comments. Dogs of War.
or if you think the Revenants are better,
Yep.
especially per point. Let us know.
Put it in
Or if
the
you guys,
comments.
or
I
if you
want
guys,
to see 20 comments that say Dogs of War.
Well, here,
I
how
wanna
about
see
this?
20
What if
comments.
Eric runs the Revenants, then makes up the points cost with another unit to equal out to that unit? Do you think you'd still win?
What's his other unit? Like a war machine or something?
I have no
50
idea.
points?
Doesn't matter.
you want.
Doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want. If you think your Dogs of War are better,
Well, I mean, for the same point cost, maybe you could add war gear and like a caster or something. Do you still think they could win against the same point cost?
Yeah, what's your caster cost, right?
well, in the
saying.
undead,
It's a
it's
valid
actually
question.
super cheap.
Yeah.
50 points cheap.
He could probably actually throw.
I could throw a Necro on there, 50 points.
He could
What's
throw a
Necro
Pharaoh
gonna
in
do?
there too.
He's gonna surge them.
Surge.
With Bane Chant, they become 70.
I want you to take. I want to take the charge.
You could throw a Pharaoh in there too, probably.
What are you hitting?
Ooh, that's 155. Pharaoh's a little more expensive.
I thought it was 1.
Oh, I'm hitting on 4s.
No, you're not 5s because I have Phalanx and Ensnare.
Oh,
'Cause I'm better than
yeah.
you.
But it doesn't matter because I'm an Anvil. I don't care about that. So, because Revenants are awesome. And then when the humans are like, oh my god, we're wavered and Indomitable didn't, it only worked once and we're still here. And Revenants are like, fuck you, we're fearless. So, it doesn't matter. All right, guys. Let us know what you guys thought in the comments and we'll see you guys next time.